like however you are using Selenium, for Selenium you are using Appium. So same like that,
Okay.
we have iOS and Mac related and Android related versions we have. So that we need to
Yeah.
install, and we are integrating that to Tosca. So then
Oh,
we are able
okay.
to,
Actually, or what happened, na, ma'am? So actually, I have done the Selenium course also, but I'm unable to hands-on on Selenium, the scripting and all those things. Means with minimum days, we need to be strong on at least one framework like Selenium, either
yes,
test in the Cucumber like that. But I'm just
yes.
preferring the Tosca.
Actually,
That's I need to know.
For Selenium, you need to be focused on like TestNG is enough. And if you are aware of like Maven and page object model, that then it is fine. Okay. So, but you must be very like you have to practice more to like whenever you are going to write the script and all. So you
Okay.
need to work a lot for that,
For
getting a
getting
correct
for
script.
for getting the job, if I know the Cucumber also one of framework of testing, right?
Yes, yes, it is a BDD framework which we are using for the uh, Selenium in the dependencies we are adding, and like there we are using less coding for the Cucumber.
Okay,
Like we are
as
using in
compared to
Gherkin language, and
this, okay, okay. As compared to our this Cucumber testing page object model and Jenkins and all those things, as compared to then the Tosca is will done the all those things as compared to others, right? The Selenium
yes, yes,
frameworks.
definitely, definitely. We are whenever we are using this Tosca with one application, we are going to work with multiple applications with one automation too.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for my side. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So yesterday we have discussed why the Tosca is important, like why we are choosing the Tosca, right? So like those who are preferring non-coding in the IT field, definitely they can choose the Tosca. Okay. So once after installing, you will see the Tosca like this. Like whatever the names you are seeing, these were the previous projects we did. Okay, here we are calling it as a workspace. Okay, so whenever you are opening your Tosca, so you will get this empty. Like only you have first steps and advanced examples you will be there. So remaining they sorry, newly you are working, right? So no projects will be there for you. Okay, so once after installing, you will get the tool like this. Here, how to create a workspace, like step by step, we will discuss. Okay, how we are creating workspace and what are the specifications we need to use while creating a workspace, and how we are able to work with the workspaces and all. Step by step, we will learn. Okay, so first of
Okay,
all,
ma'am.
you need to search Tosca from the search bar. Okay, so just you have to type Tosca, automatically it will appear here. So by clicking on that, so you will open this view. So after you are getting this screen, you need to click on create new. If already you have any workspaces with you, you have to open that. So currently you don't have any workspaces, right? So that's why we are creating a new workspace. Okay. So don't say that already you have projects, no. So you can try it with open. But I am saying on your prospect, like how your window will be there, what you have to do to create a new workspace. Okay. So whenever you are clicking on create new workspace, this pop-up will arrive on your screen. So here coming to step-by-step process. First of all, we will discuss what is a repository. So repository is nothing but wherever you are saving your workspaces, that place we are calling it as a repository. Like suppose in organizations, we are using servers, right? Like whenever we are going to work in the organization, we will work with the uh, remote desktops, right? Remote desktops, and wherever we are creating our own projects. Sorry, 1 minute. So here with the server, whenever we are connecting to the server, we are saving our workspaces to the main server. Okay, so that place we are calling it as a repository. Like wherever the workspaces we are saving, that place we are calling it as a repository. Okay, so here why we have selected none. So when we are selecting the none, it is a single user workspace. Single user workspace in the sense only whatever the projects you are going to create, that should be under in your local. Okay, where exactly in your local in the sense, here you have one address, right? Path. So exactly you are storing under your C drive, Tosca projects, Tosca workspaces. Here you are creating your workspaces. So this is a single user environment that completely it will stored under in your like in your laptop only. Okay, we have different repositories. So the like SQLite, Oracle, MS SQL Server, and DB2. So in most of the organizations, they will use these three. Okay, if in interview they were asking like if you are using single user like single user workspace or multi-user workspace, you need to say as multi-user workspace. Why you have to say like multi-user workspace? No organization were using with single user environment. Like if you are going to use single user environment also, you need to send the subset. That is a big process. So that is why they were what they were using. They were creating one server, like one repository, like with the Oracle or MS SQL or DB2. So they will give a test connection for you. Okay. So once you are giving like test connection with the help of username and password will be there in the connection string. So that will be helpful to enter into the main server. Okay. So there what you are doing, you are entering into the main server, and whatever the work you are doing, you are merging to that server, main server. Okay. That is the use of the multi-user repository. Okay. And coming to the SQLite. So we don't know how to work with the multi-user workspace, right? So SQLite will help us to work with multi-user environment. Okay, so here we can do for practice purpose whatever we want to do, we can do here in SQLite. Okay, so just now we are creating a single user workspace, and tomorrow we will see how the SQLite, like any of the server if we are going to use, like for SQLite you don't need any connection string, directly you can create the workspace and you can enter. But coming to these three, you need a connection string. Definitely it will ask. Without this you can't able to work with the mm, repositories. Okay, so currently we don't have the repositories, right? So we don't have any repository. So that's why for practice purpose, we will use SQLite. In the organizations, any of these servers they were using. Currently, we are using MS SQL server. Okay. So after selecting the repository as none, don't select any of the thing. Otherwise, it is difficult to work. Okay. So while creating a repository, again, I will show you. Click on create new and select none, but like keep it same like that. Don't change anything. Give the name and you are observing this use workspace template, right? You need to select this one. Why you have to select this one? See, already we discussed the modules, right? Yesterday. First, we have to create a modules. So, modules play a key role in the Tosca. Without modules, you are not able to work with the Tosca. Like why means, after creating modules, these modules were becoming test steps for test cases. Okay. So, the module play a key role in Tosca. So, whenever you are going to create a modules, we have two types of modules. We have standard modules and user defined modules. Before going to discuss these topics, mainly the modules we have classic modules and T-box modules. Okay, so these both will come under T-box modules. Okay, so mainly modules were classified into two types, like classic modules and T-box modules. In the T-box modules, again we have standard modules and user-defined modules. So I will explain once we get into the Tosca. I will explain this classic modules. Okay, first we will discuss what are these modules and what is the difference between these two. Okay, so first of all, coming to the standard modules, like see, whenever we are working with the Tosca, like with the application, like whenever we are working with the application with the help of Tosca automation tool, we need some controls. Like see, in application, we have to click on this controls, and we will work, right, whether it is working fine or not. As a tester, we need to verify each and every control is working fine or not, right? So related to this, if you are going to create any modules, that should be your user defined module. Okay, whatever you are creating related to the application. So remember this, related to the application, if you are creating any module, that should be user defined module. What is the standard module then? So see, if you want to enter into the application, you need to open this URL, right? Yes or not? Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Please respond. Okay. See, as part of like if we want to work with the application, first of all, we need to open the URL, right? And
Yes, ma'am.
once the application was loaded, then only we are supposed to work with the controls, right? So there we are using some wait time. Okay. So, and to close browser also, we are not depending upon the application modules. So then what are the things we are using here to open URL for waiting the application and for the closing browser and for sending the keys like any text into the text box. These things, what are the things we are using? That things were under standard modules. Like by default, whenever you are installing the Tosca, some of the modules you will get with the installation, that modules we are calling it as a standard modules. Okay, so user defined modules is nothing but whatever the control, like whatever the modules as prospect of our application as a user we are creating, that modules are user defined modules. And already by default with the Tosca project, we are getting some modules. That modules we are calling it as a standard modules. So these both will come under T-box modules only. Okay, so then what is a classic module? Let us discuss what is a classic module. Before going to that, we will create our project. So to get the standard modules, you need to check this use workspace template. Okay, then only you are supposed to use that standard modules. Okay, so click on that and click on OK. So now you'll like your workspace should be created with the name what we have like what you have given with that name. See, created successfully, you will get the message, and it will take some time. Why it will take some time means, so we added the template, right, standard modules, so it is importing to your project. Okay, from the Tosca projects, it is importing to your project. Okay, any confusion up to here? So are you clear with this, like creating a workspace? Clear, right? See, this is the view of Tosca. So it is a title bar. Already you know these bars. Again, I am saying. So this is a title bar. Minimize, maximize, and close. This is a save. Once after you are saving the project, automatically this undo and redo will be disabled. Okay. So before going to save, then only you are able to work with undo and redo. You know, right, what is undo and what is redo? Undo is nothing but going back. Redo is nothing but going forward. Okay. This is forward and backward. Okay. This is also will work. But whenever you are going to, uh, like once you are saving, automatically this two will be disabled. Okay. So every time you have to save your project. Otherwise, you will lose your modules and test cases. Okay. See, whenever you are selecting their use workspace template, automatically you will get this standard modules. Okay. So T-box automation tools, T-box extensions, and test data service. This we will discuss later. Now we will focus on these two. So T-box automation tools is nothing but whenever we are operating, like whenever we are working with the desktop applications, or we need to capture something, or we need to work, like we need to send the text values and all, we will work with this T-box automation tools. So coming to the X engines, we can manage HTML elements, Excel, SAP, mobile, everything will be here it seems. Okay, in the X engines. Okay, those like different applications. Okay, we are supposed to work with the different applications in the, like with the help of T-box X engines. Okay, see, in the T-box X engines only we have SAP, Java, Excel, PDF, Post, Vision AI, TextStream. So these are different applications. Okay, so with these number of applications, we are supposed to work with, like with the help of Tosca. And also we are we can able to work with API also. No need to scan anything. Just using, like just only you need that endpoint URL, that also we will discuss. Okay. So, and this is a menu bar, and these we call it as a ribbon. Okay. And these are the sections. And the view wherever you are seeing modules and listen, Vinod, please be on mute. You are asking something? See, whatever the view you are seeing, this we call it as a tree view. Here you will be, you are able to see in a tree structure like folder, subfolder, uh, projects like test cases, test steps, like that you can see, so like as a tree, how the like roots, stem, branches, leaves, like that. So that is why we are calling it as a tree view. And this is a detailed view. Wherever you are creating your test cases and you are giving the values, complete information you are seeing under the detailed view. So, and you are observing this white dot, right? Here, white triangle. So, for some of the versions you will get here, and some of the versions you will get here. So now we are using 16th version of Tosca. So you need to click on this white triangle. It opens the properties pane. Okay, so this is a tree view, this is a detailed view, and this is a properties pane. And you are observing ready, right? So this is a status bar. So whenever you are selecting, automatically that status should be appeared here, and automatically it will display ready. Okay, so this is the overview of Tosca script. So coming to the modules, already we discussed we need to create a modules. So, and I will also inform that we will explain the classic modules, right? So classic modules is nothing but there is no any value interlinked to the uh, classic modules. Like you need to prepare by using code. That is the classic module. By using Visual Studio, like with the help of C Sharp, you have to prepare your own code to work with the controls. That is the use of classic modules. See, whenever you are observing already existed module, there will be there will be some attributes under the module. Okay, so but for classic module, you don't observe that, like you are not supposed to get that attribute. So how can you create a classic module? So right click on the modules folder, just click on create and click on module. So this is the way you have to create a classic module. Okay, if you are going to observe, like if you are selecting on that, you don't have any attributes under this classic module. To create classic module, like to create an attribute, what you have to do, you need to click on this object map. Sorry, not object map. First, you need to create this attribute. Then we
One
have
question
to,
here.
yeah.
Where do you use standard modules? So, I mean, in normal, if you are working in a project, so where is the necessity to use a standard module? So you have to always use classic only, right?
No, classic modules we never use here. Why means, see, working with the classic modules is nothing but working with the programming language again. Understand what I am saying?
I did not understand.
Actually, ఇప్పుడు మనం క్లాసిక్ తెలుగు వస్తుంది కదండి మీకు.
Ah,
ఇప్పుడు మనం క్లాసిక్ మాడ్యూల్స్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నామండి. ఇది మళ్ళీ మనము ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలంటే దీన్ని విజువల్ స్టూడియోతో ఇంటర్లింక్ చేయాలి. సో వాట్ హియర్ we are doing, once after creating a classic modules, we are integrating this with the help of Visual Studio. We are writing some code there, and like suppose you want to add some login control to that classic module, so you need to write a code with the help of C sharp, and you need to place that C sharp code under Visual Studio. You need to integrate that Visual Studio application to this classic module. This is the process you need to do. Then what is the use of Tosca? Again, you are writing the code. We are saying that Tosca is a no-code tool, right? So that is why here we are not creating any of the classic module. I informed that user-defined modules is separate. Don't get confused. Classic modules are different. User-defined modules are different. Classic modules are nothing but, again, we need to integrate with some of the code. Don't get confused here. Okay. There is no need of using this classic modules also. Just for aware, like for knowledge purpose only, I am saying you
But
need.
but you're going to repeat everything from the start, right?
What
Or
what?
you're going to continue? See, this is demo only, right? And
Yes, yes,
from
yes.
tomorrow
From
onwards, you are going to start from scratch and
scratch, from
explain
scratch,
each and everything with like real-time examples and everything, right?
everything I will explain.
Okay.
See why, like nobody will discuss about classic modules. Why I am saying means, if any of the interviewer will ask what is the difference between classic modules and T-box modules, what you have to say? If you don't know about that, you like you won't say this answer to the interviewer, right? So that is why, for information purpose, like each and every topic will be aware of, you have a basic knowledge on that. If you are not going to use on that particular thing also, you are supposed to say in front of the interviewer without any fail.
Okay.
Okay. So, like standard module is nothing but, like, see, I already informed you to open the URL, for wait some time, and to close the browser and to send the keys. So and all, we are using standard modules. I already explained, right? See, mm, see, T-box send keys. Window operation is nothing but we will use for closing purpose, like to close the browser and all. We have two options here. In by using T-box window operation, also we can close the application, and also we have, actually this web application is a HTML related content, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So in the T-box extensions, I already told you, like whatever related to the other applications, we have modules under extensions, T-box extensions. So under the T-box extensions, go for HTML. You have open URL, close browser. Okay. So before going to drag this to test case, you need one test case folder here. So right click on the test cases. This is the folder. This is the mini toolbar, we call it as. Okay. This is the mini toolbar. Go for mini toolbar. This is the create folder option. Create the folder and give the name with your project. Whichever the project you are going to work. So that name you need to specify. Okay. So how to create a test case? You have two options, like we didn't get this. Okay, right click on this, click on this one. This is the test case creation. Okay, create test case. Click on this. So you will get the test case. Whenever you are going to create a test case, if you are like, you can observe on the menu bar, the test cases section added. So I'm deleting this. Before, did you observe? Only we have project home view and tools and API testing. So whenever we added this test case, automatically the test cases related menu was created. So whatever the scenario you are going to work, okay, you have to give the name of the test case, like that scenario. And now what you are going to do, just select this open URL, double click on this and drop here. Exactly, you have to drop under login. Okay, so copy this URL, under the URL need to paste this. See, I will show you how it will work. Just right click on the test case, click run in Scratchbook. See, once the execution was completed, you will get a green color uh, execution list. Once after completion of execution, you will get a log info, like whether your test case was passed or failed. Okay, with the time, how much time it has taken and at what time it started, how much duration it has completed for this particular step. Okay, this is a test case and this is a test step. So module, each and every module is becoming one test step. Okay, so under the value, you need to provide the value. See, whenever you are giving the value, automatically the action mode was changed into input. Okay, default action mode should be input.
Okay.
Okay, this is the way we will
Okay.
work
Okay.
with the
Yeah.
modules and test
Can you
cases.
can you just for understanding, can you try next step with the login credentials, login step and
Yes,
see
yes,
how it is?
yes, definitely. So for this, like we used the standard module, right? So we want to, like our test cases work on login. So now here we are creating a user defined module. How? First I will delete this. To delete, right click on this. Under the mini toolbar, this is the delete option. This is the rename. Okay. So I'm deleting this. Like it will give more confusion. So first this is a create folder. Okay. So to create a module, don't click on create. Okay. Right click on the modules, go for mini toolbar and click on this create folder. Okay. Give name it as user defined modules. So in your like whenever you are working in the real time scenarios, you don't observe this user defined modules. Completely they have given with the name of your project. Suppose we are working with the demo web shop, directly they will give like this DWS modules. Okay, completely related to the application they will specify. So under this they will create each and every control module, like creating a module, right click on the folder and click on this create folder. Again, give the name as login. Okay, so once after creating a folder, what you have to do, so observe application in open state or not. Okay, how to get this login module to your Tosca. So just right click on the module folder, click on scan and select the application. Application is nothing but either it is a desktop application or it is a web application. Okay. It will take some time to load. So this is one component of Tosca. Tosca Commander is one component, repository is one component, and this XScan wizard is one component. See, select on this application which you want to scan, and 1 minute, I'm hiding these controls. See, select on the application which you want to scan, and 1 minute. So are you observing scan here? Select the application and click on scan. Automatically you will get this XScan wizard. Okay, once you are seeing this message like click on controls in your application to add them. So then only you are supposed to move your cursor to the application. Otherwise, don't do that. Okay, why means sometimes it will hang the procedure. Okay, so go, and while before going to click, you need to observe the name on the top. Okay, if you are going to observe this div, don't click that. So directly you need to observe the name. Okay, and before going to select the uh, control, what you have to observe, keep your browser with 100% resolution, and also your system resolution should be also with 100%. Observe these two, and uh, scan the control. If your application view is not 100%, I will show you that also. See, always if you want to work with the Tosca, your application should be 100%. Suppose if you are not keeping it as a 100%, see what it will happen. If you are selecting the login, before you got the name on the top, right? Now, so are you able to get that name? See, if I am getting here, it is register. It is login. Actually, where is the login exactly? This is the login. But where it is showing? Here it is showing. Okay, so that is why the Tricentis people, they designed the application view like if we want to scan, definitely the application resolution should be 100% and also system resolution should be 100%. That things you need to remember and scan the control. They playing with this Tosca. Access scan was disabled. So to get the control, click on the folder, right click on the folder, click on scan application. Then you need to select the so that specifications is very important. Just click on that. Automatically you will get that, and observe the selected item is unique. Change the name. Save it and close it. Automatically you will get your module here. See, and one attachment also will be there. It shows us in which page you scan that control. Okay, so this is the attribute. So directly you have to place drop under this test case. Okay, so what we need to do, once after opening the URL, we need to click on the login. So click on this drop down, just select the click. Okay, after selecting click, it should be visible like this. Then whenever the application in open state, you can run single step also. So observe the mouse pointer and the execution time like elapsed and remaining. Okay. Now once we are in this page, we need to scan these three also. Okay, for that same process. Go for modules, right click on the folder, click on scan, application. Select this and click on scan.
So it will scan entire page, is it? All the details.
Yes, in one module. But before going to take like scanning this, don't go for text. Okay, scan the text box. Wherever you want to enter the values, that values you have to select. Okay, so I'm giving the name as
Okay, okay. One second here. See, you scanned entire page. So where did you select email ID, text box, and password? How did you do that?
just I have selected here. I selected this. Automatically it's selected.
Okay. So you mean to say when you
Hmm.
are executing it, so it will click on login page. It won't validate welcome, please sign in, new customer, register, and all those things. It will validate
Want to,
only email,
you want to
password, and login.
you if we want to validate that,
Mhm.
so what we will do, we will add all these things into one page. This we will discuss under action modes. These all the things. Okay. If we want to verify all this, see, this is the not unique. So this again we need to discuss. So that is why
Okay, 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 okay,
sample
understood.
one.
Yeah, yeah. You can go with your process.
Yes, yes. So if you want to remove that control, automatically you need to uncheck this one. Click on save and close. Your module is ready. Just drag and drop. Give the values. Already I have some mail IDs. I'm using that. So for checkboxes, we need to give true or false. Okay. If we want to select the checkbox, you will get true. If you want to uncheck, you need to give false. Okay. For login, click. See, automatically the values will be entered under text box.
Okay, okay. Before executing again, what was the output of that test run?
Once it was entering the test steps, like the values, it needs to be moved to the next one.
Okay, but that step is failed, right? How
No, no,
you
no, no. Wait, wait. Where is our login link? We don't keep the login link, right? Actually, it got deleted. 1 minute. Actually, there the mail ID was not correct. Before it was only one step, right? See, whenever you are giving password, automatically the data type will be password. Okay, it will be under encrypted value. Okay, if you are see, I'm running these two steps at a time. Go for test cases. Click on run in Scratchbook. I already, sorry, spelling mistake was.
okay? Okay, one question here. For
Yes.
example, in this case, there is a second step. It is failed. For example, if you have 100 test cases, so
Hmm.
if it is failed in one step, so what
Hmm.
will happen to next test case?
Here we can give like different scenarios, like without failing, like without stopping the execution there, we are moving, like we are dropping that step and we are moving to the next step in the same execution. That we can do with giving some scenarios, like we have on dialog failure, on verification failure, and on exception failure, like that we can give. So before going to give the credentials, we need to observe like what is the spelling and all. Even like giving a small mistake also, it will already you know that, right? So already we store these values under the data, like we have a option to store the data. So there we are storing and we are reusing that data. So that time it won't happen like always getting fail and all. Okay, with spelling errors.
Okay,
Okay,
okay. That's
this
nice.
is not a failure of automation. Okay, so it is actually spelling mistake. With the spelling mistakes, we are getting failed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in real time, that is a defect, right? So my question. Okay, let us continue this. Then I will ask my question.
Yeah. So here we need to scan that logout. After clicking the control, you need to observe whether the control is getting unique or not.
So now you are capturing login, then input credentials, then logout, is it?
Yes. Just after creating the module, we need to drag and drop here, give the value. So by using standard module, we are closing the browser. So here one specification we need to remember for the close browser. So in the HTML element only, like standard modules, tbox extensions, HTML, you have close browser. Under the close browser, okay, you need to specify the title of the application. Okay, exact name you have to give. Otherwise, it won't work. With the capital letters and the spacing, everything should be matched. Okay, then only it will work. So now I'm running complete flow. So to run the complete flow, come to the test case, right click on that, click on run in Scratchbook. So based upon the values, it will run the execution. This is the complete flow of login. So while scanning the application, manually you will run the application, go for step-by-step process and collect all the necessary modules, like create necessary modules and then drag from module section to test case section, and after that you will give values. Okay.
If there are dynamic values, do we use Tosca for that testing or how it is? For example, you have some input value. For example, how do I say? Okay, you are buying some shares and you want to validate what
Yes,
is
we have
the
that to cap like To validate the dynamic things, we have some dynamic expressions and some need to capture the dynamic values. Uh, we are using buffers.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let me ask one question here. For example, I captured today. For example, I bought a Infosys share for 100 rupees, 100 quantity. It is 100 into 100, 10,000. Okay.
Okay.
So, and after day after tomorrow in a system, the price is 105 when you are executing it.
Hmm.
So when you captured it, so it is 100 and your output is, for example, you are buying a share and you did that buy share, and the final output should be 10,000 amount has to be deducted from your account, and the value of that 100 shares is
Automatically,
10,000 rupees.
whenever you are running,
Mm.
automatically the value is changing. You need to capture that, right? So automatically, if you are not changing that value also, it needs to be visible, right? So
It is
here,
no, no, what I'm saying, let me complete my question. So my when I'm my test is 100 quantity by 100 quantity with 100 rupees, and your total cost of that transaction is 10,000, and I
okay,
captured everything as part of my test case. And after 2 days I want to execute it, after a month I want to execute this test case. When I'm executing this test case, the price is 110. That means the output value will be 11,000.
okay.
So our test case obviously will fail, right? So how do we, what is, I mean, how Tosca will capture that kind of things?
Yes, sir. Already I informed, no buffers. With the help of that buffers, we can capture and we can reuse it
Okay,
with the dynamic expressions. With the help of dynamic expressions, we can handle.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Thank you. So related to this login functionality, this basic thing, anyone have any doubts related to this basic things?
Ma'am, how we know about the report? Man, is it working fine? Is fine. If there is a negative scenario, can you check it once? Means if there will be some problem, then how it will become?
Like whenever you are running, like you are getting a error, right?
Yeah.
It must be visible under the log info. Now, if you are running the test case, you will get one report, right? This is the report,
Yeah.
right? So here,
Okay.
if any test case got failed under the log info, if you are expanded that one, automatically you will get that error message. Okay, based upon that, suppose
Okay.
here the mail ID which we have given, that is in the wrong format. So automatically what it will show, like whenever you are entering the credentials, automatically it will throw the throw the error message also. Like here, expected value is this one, you entered this value, so due to this no matching control was found here. So that is why the test case got failed. That type of error message you will get here. So based upon that
Okay.
error message, you need to rectify your test step.
Yeah, could you please show the scenario now?
Yes, I will show. So here I'm changing the mail ID. Okay. Definitely, whenever you are facing any issue, that error message will be displayed on the log report. Here also, it won't closed, right? Then also you will get error. See. Now you are not able to see the login functionality, right? Why means you are in under the page of logout page, right? you observed, you are on the logout page, right? You need to
Yeah.
click on the login. So definitely it throws the error. So observe the error message. So it will show no matching tab was found or like login functionality. We are not finding the login functionality, like that message you will get. But throwing the error message, little time it will take to verify that control is there or not. So before going to click on that login, you will get the time, no? At the time also you can close this one. Then also it will work. But I want to show the error message. So that's why I'm waiting.
Ma'am, your execution is on. Okay, continue.
Yeah, tell me. If we want
Okay,
to
where?
continue the execution, so whenever the application got opened, if we observed logout, just click on that logout. So then the like already we have like we mentioned some wait time. Okay, in that wait time, what it will like it will set out to load the page and then it will continue the execution.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to ask one question. So, what exactly means? So, for Selenium and other things, we are need to be platform, right? Like browser and something, right? For the
Mm.
Tosca automation, they have their own means what how it will execute on platform on OS or what exactly means browser. What exact? It will
Uh-huh,
running on the
I'm not getting your question. Could you repeat?
no. Yes, ma'am. So this application, you're the checking one page, right? That sign in or login page, right?
Yes.
So it will execute in on browser only, right? So
Mm.
which how Tosca knows about the which browser we have to be work on that means
Yes. Actually,
execution.
here, like whenever we are working with the application like browser, it will take from your system in the settings what is your default browser. It will check that and it will take from that. Okay, so whatever the default browser, here in my system my default browser is Firefox. Okay, if in your system you are having your default browser with Chrome, it will take as Chrome. We have that option, we will discuss in the class.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Yeah.
continue. Thank you.
So see, it won't found the login link and user credentials, right? See, no matching tab was found with the following properties. Title demo webshop.login. So it doesn't identify the login page. So that is why it fails these two steps. Okay, later on it founds the logout. So it will click on that logout and it close the browser. Okay, this is the way we can
Okay.
like we are getting the error, right? So based upon this error, we need to rectify that one. Fine, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, ma'am. So, and one more thing, so if there will be some issues in some one of the page and in particular element, right? So, is there any option of the screenshot also in between that in Tosca?
We have everything we have, like whatever the automations uh, tools we are working, whatever the things we have, all the similar things we have here in Tosca also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, we can cover every scenario by using Tosca. Okay, so tomorrow we will continue. Thank you.
Hemlat, can I talk to you one to one for 2 minutes? So
Yeah,
once everybody is done.
yeah, okay. Yeah, feel to drop off. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.